Hey Leo, Mariah here. I hope you're good. I hope you're really well. I just want to hop into this because prior to even cutting on this camera, I was meditating on your energy. And I'm like, oh shoot, let me cut on the camera. Let me get this started. Because what I'm getting and what's coming to mind is different alcoholic drinks. I'm just getting like Tito's, rum, vodka. Maybe you have a preference. Maybe you like drinks a certain way, made a certain way. Maybe you could be a beer person. Either which way, the reason why I was getting that, not trying to emphasize drinking and alcohol, but it feels like you're celebrating something. You're going to be in a mood or a season of enjoyment, accomplishment, feeling like, oh my goodness, thank goodness this has happened for me. It just feels surreal. Something is happening for you that feels surreal, and it's not necessarily surreal because you've been building up or waiting for this moment or actively working towards it, but now that it's here, it feels surreal. And it reminds me, that's what that is. It reminds me of Spirit putting something in your life a few steps before you're ready for it. But you're meant to grow into that space, grow into that relationship, grow into that opportunity. So you may be a little overwhelmed. It could be a good overwhelming feeling. Maybe you might feel a little overextended at this moment or at the time of when this happens for you, because now you're having to acclimate this new thing in your life, and now you're having to make adjustments in other areas so that way you can accommodate it. But either which way, you're learning, you're having to learn as you go. You're having to learn on the fly. This is what you've prayed for. I just don't think you were maybe ready for what Spirit was going to put on your plate, the amount that you were going to have to deal with, and not in a bad way. This is a good problem. These are good challenges. These are challenges that are going to help you grow, help you evolve to the person, the man or woman that you're meant to be. I just feel like, you know how they say overnight success is not overnight? It's taken months, years in the making just to have that overnight success. Even if this is romantic for you when it comes to relationships, right? Having to go and learn all these lessons over the course of months and years to now being able to meet somebody who is the right person for where you're going to be. You are going to grow into that relationship. Or if it's your job or career, it's like you're growing into that role. And you may feel like for a moment, am I ready? Am I ready for this? This is what I prayed for. This is what I asked for, Spirit. You prepared me. You shown me. You put the energy on my heart that this is the direction that I should be moving in, or that this is my time. And now that it's here, it's like, okay, Spirit, I'm a little overwhelmed in a good way. These are beautiful blessings. We have old soul coming out for you. You have lived many lives and gained some wisdom beyond your years. That's what it reminds me of. It's just either something has been on your plate and you've been working towards it for some time, or this has just been something that you've been manifesting, praying for, and now it's here. But I think you've always known. Your spirit has been here lifetimes before, or you've just always been that old soul. Maybe even at a young age, you related more to people who were older than you. People around your age group, you couldn't really understand when they would get into maybe certain dramas or have certain life circumstances. It's like you may have been much wiser, much more mature. Like, why are you even entertaining that? Why are you dealing with these things? Why don't you get out and leave or go? It's like you've already had the experience, and that may have made you at times feel kind of like an outcast or a little bit ostracized, just because your wisdom put you kind of on a pedestal a little bit when it came to others, just because you had the foresight to see what's right and wrong and where you should go and where you shouldn't, whereas other people may have had to bump their heads and learn the lessons and make mistakes over and over, when it's just like you didn't have to do that. You could have learned from the first time. Again, your wisdom has taken you really far in comparison to the people that are around you, and that same wisdom is the internal knowledge of you knowing that this moment or these things are supposed to happen for you, even if your reality didn't show it or you didn't have any confirmation at the time. And now that it is happening, your soul already knew that this was where you were going to be, or how you were going to be lined up, or that your soul knows that it's in alignment with you. I think the conscious part of you is like, hold on, no, this is a lot. It's just a little bit of an overwhelming sensation I get. Tell me more. What else is going on with Leo at this time? This is a beautiful energy. Celebrations. Something around the summertime. I know it's your birthday season, but the summertime is really heavy for you. It feels like a life transition. Specifically, though, if I was to take it back a little bit forward here, I would say April and May specifically. April and May. This is the 2 months where you're going to see the catalytic change. And then by the summertime, it's like you're fully in that reality. So let's say, for an example, April, May, you end up meeting the ideal partner. And then by the time summertime comes around, you guys are in a relationship. Or April, May, you get offered that new job and that new position. And by the time the summertime comes around, you're fully in that position and you're working through your daily routines with that. It's like something starts again, April, May, and then summertime, you see the full on outcome. Or even if it is a situation where you're breaking free of something, April, May may be the month where you come to that determination or realization. Maybe April, May is the month where you actually break free. And then in the summertime, you're living in your new reality of that freedom. I just get you celebrating though and being happy about it. Being able to, it's like you're able to breathe, but now you got some new problems that are good problems, right? Because they're just challenges of your new reality. So having to navigate, having to get acclimated, having to then kind of rewire your life or reacclimate your life so that way you can put this new thing in your daily routine. You can make time and space for this Ace of Pentacles. So I'm not off the mark with what I'm talking about. This is something that is very long lasting, tangible. Queen of Swords in the reverse. And let's get one more. We got the Six of Pentacles. Wow. It's like something happening for you that you wouldn't think would happen for you, but it actually does. It's like you either beat out the competition, you're the one that's chosen, you're the one that's selected. If it is matters of the love and heart, this would be you or somebody selecting you out of their other options. But the reason why it feels so surreal is not only because you've been preparing or working your way up to this moment or building what you need to build so that way you can move into this new reality, but it almost is like being hired for a position that you're underqualified in. So it's like you wouldn't think you would get it, but you end up getting it. And even if it comes to relationships, maybe you feel like you're not ready and you end up meeting the ideal partner. It's like, whoa, wait, I still got some healing to do. And now I got this new person that is amazing. Or I got this new financial opportunity, but I don't have these certain skill sets, but yet they took a chance and betted on me. And now I'm in this new role. Or even if you're taking on your own venture, right? Setting out on your own trail and path, you may feel a little bit insecure, or maybe we're looking at some self-esteem concerns here where it's like, am I capable enough? Can I handle this? Do I know what I'm doing? This may be new for me. But Spirit is saying, I wouldn't put you in this position if it wasn't your time. I wouldn't put you in this position if you weren't ready. And I wouldn't put you in this position if I didn't have help or helpers that's going to come along the path to guide you and help teach you and show you the ropes. So even though it may feel a little overwhelming in a good way of this new venture, and I want to look at it, what this thing is that you're moving into, you're not going to be at it alone. It's like Spirit didn't throw you out to the wolves just for you to hang dry. It's like soon as you are in this new existence, you're going to have help. You're going to have people there by your side working with you. If this is in matters of love, this is a partner that's patient and understanding. We got the Five of Swords coming out. Tell me anything else. What else can you tell me for this energy? We have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Let me get one more. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Why is this Five of Pentacles? Let me just check something really quick. The Eight of Wands. You know what that feeling like you lucked up. Like, oh shoot, how the hell did this happen? Something feels like it catches you off guard. Maybe you have been feeling like you've been spinning your wheels and throwing ideas at the wall and trying to see if something will stick, or maybe going about things in different ways and trying to see if that'll give you the outcome that you want, or even just praying and meditating and hopefully your prayers and meditations are answered and things come about in the way that you want them to. But it feels like no matter how many darts you may have thrown at the wall, nothing either stuck, nothing either really worked, or maybe you may have saw some type of traction, but it never came to its fullest bloom. Now it's happening and it's almost throwing you off like, wait, what did I do differently this time? Wait, why is it not working this time? Wait, why did it just now happen? I've tried these ways. I've tried this way. I've made these changes within myself. I've eliminated these things, but yet now it works. Something just clicked. It feels like two things are happening here for you. One is the energetic shifts that I know we're having through our transits with Saturn and Neptune and all of these other planets going on. So it does feel like there is something with your transits that is happening that's now allowing the energy and space to open up. Now it's allowing life to kind of work in your favor. Finally, you're not going to be feeling like you're spinning your wheels in circles over and over. But also too, it just feels like timing was a part of this. It feels like timing was a part of this. I don't want to say that Spirit wanted you to, I want to be cautious with how I'm about to say this, but I don't want to say that Spirit wanted you to necessarily suffer or kind of go through these hardships so that way you can learn, just because I'm not a big fan of the universe volunteering you for trauma and suffering and all of that. I'm not a big fan of that belief, but I do believe those down times, that down period, or you throwing these darts at the wall were like a necessity or necessary. So that way you understand in this new reality, when you do kind of hit these plateaus, which you will, because that is life, it's cyclical, you know how to manage, you know how to operate, you know how to maintain, you know how to relax your nervous system, you know how to be patient, you know how to kind of look at obstacles or things that may be challenges that comes up because you've had to deal with these things in certain ways in this period of kind of waiting or wanting life to kind of switch in your favor. So I see 4th of July is coming out specifically. So again, I'm going back to the summertime because I see you having like a big get together, whether it's you and friends, you and family, or people that just really care about you. I see people who love you, who champion you, who support you, coming together to celebrate a win. Tell me about this win for Leo. What win will Leo be experiencing here? We got the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. I'm hearing that song by Fleetwood Mac. You can go your, I think it's called You Can Go Your Own Way or Go Your Own Way. Tell me what else. Tell me about this win for Leo. 7 of Wands. 4 of Swords in the reverse. So then what's the trade-off? This feels like a trade-off, and life is all about trade-offs. In this new reality that you're going to be existing in, there's a trade-off here. I don't think you mind the trade-off. I genuinely don't think you mind the trade-off. I think you feel that the trade-off is going to be so worth it. So whether that is this new reality requires you to relocate and you have to now move, whether this new reality requires you to go and do something different or having to let something go, but you're willing to get rid of that. Maybe even your schedule and how you operate in your day-to-day. Now you got to fit this new thing into your life, and you may have to remove some things that you became comfortable with to now deal with this new reality. But because it's all about trade-offs, you're okay with it. You may feel a little bit restless with letting whatever this thing is go. So having to release something so that way you can walk into this new reality, that part of the trade-off, I think it's going to leave you a little restless. And understandably, but I don't think emotionally it's gonna bother you. I think at this point, whatever you're having to trade, it's just not, in comparison, it's not worth keeping. It's not worth sacrificing this new beginning just to have this thing in your life, or to still keep it around, or to still have these patterns or behaviors. It's like, yeah, I'll let it go if I can get this new thing. And now that it's in front of you, it's like you're ready for it. It may be a little overwhelming. But you're having to learn as you go how to live in this new reality, and you will. Queen of Pentacles. You're elevating. The Empress in the reverse. You are elevating. It's just having that belief in yourself. I think outwardly to people, as you're walking in this new reality, you're going to appear confident. You're going to show that you got it. Even with the 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, such a Leo energy, because it's like, I'm not bothered. I'm cool. I got it. It reminds me of just calm, cool, and collected. I can handle it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to do this. Or if it is a relationship, I'll work through my issues. I'll be fine. I'll do what I need to do. But on the inside, I do think there is a little bit of, I don't know if it's self-esteem or lack of self-confidence. Maybe we just may not feel fully qualified. So we may be doubting ourselves. Maybe we're getting on ourselves, being our biggest critic about our capabilities and ability to handle this new situation Spirit is putting in front of us. Even on the outside, the world can't even see you sweat. You're not going to show the world that you're sweating, but on the inside, it's like, oh shoot, how do I, I got to manage this. This comes back to you and being able to understand that, again, this wouldn't have been put on your plate if Spirit didn't think you were capable or competent of handling this right now. And that's why it's happening in this season, and it didn't happen in the season prior. It's not happening in the season in the future. It's happening now because you are ready. You are prepared. It's just continuing to hold on to that belief of, I can handle it. We'll get through this. We'll do this. We are being shown and given this opportunity for a reason, and we're going to take it. We're not going to be afraid of our success that's getting ready to come through this. We're not going to be afraid of the beautiful outcomes. Even if we're used to not having things go right in our life, this could be that one thing that actually does, and we're not going to squander it. We're not going to self-sabotage it. We're not going to deny it. We're not going to push it away. Spirit is saying, hold on to it and embrace it, because this is a direction that your soul already knew prior to you being at this age and stage of your life, that your soul was supposed to take this path, and it's taking it for a reason. Do not let anybody outwardly try to convince you that this is not for you, or don't let anyone outwardly give you opinions or their perspectives that may make you feel even more less than competent or capable to handle this, right? Because sometimes people, even if they love us, they may give their opinions, the lovers in the reverse, they may give their opinions out of the sense of, oh, I care about you, or I'm just looking out for you, or I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. But even those small words, and we know the power of the tongue, can leave an imprint on our psyche. And Spirit is saying, hey, no, don't allow anyone to change your mind, to tear you, or put these opinions in your head. You have to go with your intuition. You have to go with what you're feeling. The Hermit. Yeah. Let's see one more. And the Queen of Cups. Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, Leo, what would be the best way to put this for you? Because you're good. I'm just feeling the energies that are surrounding you. That's what's kind of starting to take me for a loop, because you're solid, you're good. You really are. And I think whether it's people that love you, they care about you, or even people who may not have the best intentions but show up like they do, I just get outside noise talking about this. Even if it's from the lens of, hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate, or hey, are you sure, you don't really have the skills for this, or you haven't really worked through these emotional issues, or financially, are you really in a position to make this leap or make that sacrifice? But the door opened for you right now because Spirit said it's time. That's all the proof you need. That is all the proof you need. What your gut tells you, but the fact that the door is opening for you. And because it feels like this happens in the timeline, right? April, May, this comes to fruition, it comes to the surface, or you're now in that, walking in that reality, you're able to move towards that opportunity. And by the summer, you're fully living in it. So there is kind of like, this is like time sensitive. So you don't really have the time to just sit back and be callous about this, because it doesn't feel like this door is going to be held open if you just sit around and wait. So that's why people's opinions have to be muted at this time. 4 of Cups. Yep. Go follow what your gut is telling you. Follow what your mind is telling you. The people that are around you may end up steering you in the wrong direction. They may end up taking you in a different direction, or maybe their opinions could potentially sabotage, right? Especially if we take on their beliefs or their opinions, it could potentially sabotage this, especially when we see that Empress in the reverse, where we may be dealing with the lack of confidence because it's like we're getting a position that we're overly qualified for, or it's not overly qualified for, but we're getting a position that we may feel underqualified for, or we're getting this new opportunity that we may not feel ready for, but we are. But outside opinions could potentially create more hesitation and more reservations than Spirit wants you to have right now. Wow, this is beautiful. Synchronicities are coming through, so 444 specifically. And then like increasing like 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You may see synchronicities in that way too. Anything lastly, I want to wrap this up. I know I'm going a little long here, but anything lastly for Leo? The High Priestess. Yeah. Wow. You were given the gift. You were. You were given the gift. You were given the gift of foresight. You were given the gift of deep intuition. You were given the gift of being able to psychologically understand situations, yourself, but also people around you. It almost feels like a detective mind. You observe a lot, you watch a lot, you notice a lot, but you keep a lot to yourself. And you don't like to reveal things before they're ready, right? This is not cashing a check while the ink is still wet. Like, you want to make sure that if you have all the information, that you have enough to either make sound decisions on, or you like to keep information in your arsenal in case you got to pull it out at a later date. Same thing in this scenario. If that is how you operate, then keep this close to the chest as you move into this new reality, because outside opinions, though they may be helpful and though the people may have good intentions, it can still lead us into a wrong direction, or it can cloud the direction we're going in. So this is saying, listen to your gut with this. So Leo, I hope this has made sense. I hope this resonates. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. In the meantime, I'm out.